Recently I have decided that I want to track down every action figure released of certain wrestlers from history. I wanted to start this with my all-time favourite, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is one of the most colourful and unique looking characters in all of wrestling, and due to this, he has been the subject of some of the coolest looking wrestling action figures ever. As you can imagine, a project like this takes a fair amount of browsing and researching, and I have decided to share my findings with you today. Now, finding info on this exact release dates of figures is very tough, so while this video will be as close to chronological order as I can get, it is likely that this will not be the exact order. So with that in mind, welcome to the history of Jeff Hardy action figures. Jeff Hardy, along with brother Matt, were signed to the WWF in 1998. At this time, Jakks Pacific held the rights to make WWF action figures. Jeff Hardy's first action figure wouldn't come until the year 2000, where he and Matt were released as WWF Titantron Live figures, as part of Jakks' fourth Double Slam series. Titantron Live figures had 16 points of articulation, a big step up from previous WWF figures. Jeff Hardy would get 3 more Titantron Live figures throughout the year of 2000. He was part of the Rebellion 1 series, Titantron Live Series 6, and Titantron Live Series 8. I currently own none of these figures, but would like to point out that while the body molds at this point weren't the strongest, the head scans, other than the massive forehead, were incredible for the time. The next figures I found I'm not sure technically count as action figures, however I will mention them anyway. Still in 2000 here, a company called Just Toys released 2 Jeff Hardy figures as part of a series called WWF Bend-Ems. They were part of the sub-series Gear and Series 14. I can't find too much information on these, and of course I don't own any. However, they seem to be rubber molds with a bendy wire skeleton, allowing for minor posing. I won't be seeking these out, but if I stumble upon them for a reasonable price, I may add them to my collection. On to 2001 now, and as far as I can see, the first Jeff Hardy figure of this year was part of Jakks' box set series, alongside brother Matt and Lita. Next up was a 2-pack in Jakks' WWF Final Count Series 3, alongside Billy Gunn. As far as I can tell, this series was designed for figures to look as if they were performing their finishing moves, with hair often being sculpted in a spiked up position. This series upped the articulation to 19 points. Next up is another 2-pack, expect a lot of those in this video. Jeff is once again alongside Matt, and it's back to the Titantron Lifestyle figures, this time part of Famous Scenes Series 1. Jeff would go on to have 5 more solo Titantron Live figures in 2001, first as part of the King of the Ring 2001 series, coming with a light heavyweight championship. Next was part of Rebellion Series 3, then Titantron Series 11, then the Signature Jams series, which saw the figures come with a small speaker which played the theme of the character they came with. Then finally, Jeff was part of the Stunt Action Superstars Series 1. Now in 2002 and 2003, this is where a few lists confused me a little, due to the names of series switching back and forth between WWF and WWE throughout many years. So bear with me as the names and series may be a little all over the place. So in 2002, Jakks released a series called Fatal 4-Way, the gimmick of which being that each series had 4 figures to collect, each coming with a part of a ring display which connected together to make, as the name suggests, a Fatal 4-Way display. Jeff Hardy was part of both Series 1 and Series 3, and as far as I can tell, it's the same figure with a repaint only. These figures also seem to have very limited articulation, being sculpted in an almost statue-like pose. Jakks then appear to have reverted to 5 points of articulation with quite a few series, as Jeff Hardy was part of the Grudge Brawlers, Road to WrestleMania, and Snapper Basher series, all of which were 5 points of articulation. Jeff also had a figure in the WWE Backlash Series 1, which was once again 5 points of articulation. Moving on to Jakks' R3 series, even if you don't know much about older WWE figures, you've probably seen some of these R3 head scans on custom figures, as they seem to fit well on Mattel bodies, and they're also sculpted very well. Jeff Hardy was part of Series 2, which is the only Jeff one which still has the WWF logo on it, Series 3, and Series 5, as well as the Raw Draft series and the Unrelenting Relentless series. Jakks then released another Final Count set with Jeff Hardy alongside Trish Stratus in the Basic Figures sub-series. Jeff Hardy had 6 more Titantron Lifestyle figures in 2003, with a figure in the Match Champ series, Signature Jam series 3 and 4, which I can't find pictures of, Raw 10th Anniversary series, and the Ringside Rivals series 5 and 7. Finally, for 2003, Jeff was in a 2-pack with Tommy Dreamer in Jakks Adrenaline Series 1. This appears to be the first Ruthless Aggression style figure Jeff received, a style that I'm sure everyone watching this is familiar with. Jeff Hardy was released from WWE in 2003 and eventually ended up in TNA, where he would get his first TNA figure in 2005, released by Marvel Toys as part of TNA Series 2 Impact. To this point, this was Jeff's most articulated figure, and I think it holds up even today. Jeff would get one more figure as part of his initial TNA run, this time in 2006 as part of a 2-pack with Abyss. I don't rate this face scan as much as the first one, but maybe that's just me. Also in 2006, Jeff would be released from TNA and would make his way back to WWE, where he would get 2 figures before the end of the year, both as part of Jakks Ring Giants line. He was in the 10th and the 12th series. I had a few of these as a kid, but lost them over time. I never owned either of the Hardy ones though, which is rather surprising. On to 2007 now, and Hardy would once again be a part of the Adrenaline line twice. First in Series 23 alongside Johnny Nitro, then in Series 27 alongside Matt Hardy. Jakks also appeared to have another release in the Backlash line, Series 11 this time, and Jeff would get a Titantron live body with a Ruthless Aggression head. Jeff would get 2 more Ruthless Aggression figures in 2007, this time as part of the WWE pay-per-view line, in Series 14 Cyber Sunday, and in 2 Road to the WrestleMania series, being WrestleMania 23 and 24. He would also get his first Jakks Deluxe Aggression figures in 2007, both in Series 7 and 3-pack Series 3, alongside Randy Orton and Edge. I'm positive everyone has owned at least one of these figures in their lifetime, one of the most commonly seen figures for me. Personally, I've owned at least 4 of these iterations, and I've managed to keep a hold of 2 of them. Finally in 2007, Jeff would be a part of 3 microaggression sets. He was part of the 10-pack series, then part of Series 3 and 5. These are another line that I won't be actively looking for, but will pick them up if I stumble across them at a good price. Jeff would only receive 4 figures in 2008. He got a Ruthless Aggression as part of the Classic Superstars line in Series 21, as well as alongside Matt and Edge in the Treacherous Trios line in Series 10. Jeff would also get another microaggression figure as part of Series 8. He was also apparently part of the Off the Ropes line in Series 12, but I can't find a picture or any info on this figure. On to the final year of Jeff's second WWE run, and he would receive 3 Ruthless Aggression figures here. He was part of the Adrenaline line once again in Series 37 along with The Undertaker, as well as in Pay-Per-View Series 20 Cyber Sunday, and Ruthless Aggression Series 39. Jeff would also get his final WWE Deluxe Aggression figure as part of Series 21, as well as 2 more microaggression figures being part of Series 13 and 15, more figures that I can't find a picture of. The final figure to mention in 2009 is Jeff's Classic Superstars Series 25 figure, this one harkening back to the old school LJN figures, which were essentially heavy rubber molds with no articulation. Near the end of 2009, Jeff would be released from WWE once again, and again he would pop up in TNA, this time in 2010. Conveniently for this video, TNA picked up Jakks Pacific and Jeff Hardy around about the same time, meaning we got 3 TNA Jeff Hardy figures in 2010. All of Jakks TNA figures were deluxe style as far as I can tell, and it seems that Jeff Hardy's first was in a 2-pack known as Cross the Line in Series 3 alongside AJ Styles. His next two were in the Deluxe Impact line, being part of Series 4 and Series 5. Jeff would get one figure in 2011 as part of a ringside exclusive alongside brother Matt, only one figure in 2012 as well, this time in Deluxe Impact Series 7. In 2013, Jeff would get his final two TNA figures as part of Deluxe Impact Series 9 and Series 11. Jeff would then go 4 years without a figure as he was part of TNA and indie promotions which had no action figure licenses during this time. His return in plastic form would follow his 2017 WWE return where he and brother Matt were given a Mattel Elite 2-pack based on their WrestleMania return. In 2018, Jeff would be given 3 basic figures, first as part of the Basic Series 92, then as part of a WrestleMania 35 series along with Edge, and finally alongside Matt in Battle Pack Series 53. Jeff would also receive a WWE Zombies figure as part of Series 3 and an Elite figure as part of Series 57. On to 2019, and Jeff would receive a whopping 4 Elite figures, being part of Elite Series 67, which there was also a variant version of, Series 71, and an Entrance Greats figure which was previously on the loop as a prototype amidst Jeff's 2009 release, and he was also part of the Survivor Series line. Jeff would also get 3 basic figures in 2019. He was in Basic Series 97, Basic Series 102, and was in Battle Pack Series 59, once again with Matt. Jeff would also receive a figure in Retro Series 8, a line that has figures in the style of the old Hasbro figures. And now, this year, 2020, Jeff Hardy so far has received 3 figures. He was part of Basic Series 111, and also Battle Pack Series 65, once again along with Matt. His latest figure was a part of Elite Series 75, and to me, this is the best Jeff Hardy figure ever made. There have been some solid ones that we have seen in this video, but I think this figure nails every aspect of Jeff Hardy from this time period. Next I want to go over figures that I know exist, but don't know either the year they were released or the series they were in, or in some cases both. He was in a Deluxe Aggression 2-pack along with Matt as a ringside exclusive. He was also part of another 2-pack with Matt, this time Ruthless Aggression style, as a WWE Shop Zone exclusive. Once again, more 2-packs, as Jeff along with Bret Hart got a Classic Superstars Ruthless Aggression style 2-pack as an internet exclusive. Finally, another ringside exclusive and another 2-pack, this time the Hardy Boys Brood attire in Elite form. He also had a TNA Deluxe figure that was glow in the dark. I have read that this was a ringside exclusive, but I'm not 100% positive on that. Jeff was also part of a 3-pack alongside Lita and Matt in a set called Extreme Is Not a Mood, It's a Lifestyle. There's also this green armband and green body paint Ruthless Aggression figure, which I really can't find any information on. I just saw it on eBay one day and I really cannot find out what series it's from. Finally, there's this TNA Wrestling Legends Series 2 Jeff figure, which has never released as far as I can tell, but I wanted to mention it as I think it would be my favourite figure ever. It looks absolutely amazing. Now that just about does it for a complete history on Jeff Hardy action figures. No doubt there are some figures that I haven't covered here, simply because I haven't found any info on them existing, but I certainly think we covered a large percentage of them, and hit all of the key ones throughout all the changes in Jeff's career, as well as the switches between toy companies. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it interesting, and maybe you even learned something. Let me know your favourite Jeff Hardy figure, and let me know what other characters you'd like to see me cover. Thanks for watching, bye bye.